There are some incredibly crazy scams going on right now. Used to, scams would really target the older generation because they knew that they could take advantage of them. But nowadays, scams have gotten so good that they're even scamming the young Gen Zers.
We are on the verge of something significantly dangerous. A software sharing platform called GitHub had a creator release a program that allows for deepfake filters on live video. I remember watching Corridor Crew make a video about deepfakes and AI 5 years ago, and that needed to be done in post-production. This is on live video, Zoom, FaceTime, and so forth. This is something to be concerned about because this doesn't help or benefit anyone. Anyone for no reason other than to steal, to hack, or to be a general thief. We have small-scale versions of this that they've been testing on us through TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat, which are those face filters. There was apparently a major thing in Hong Kong recently where someone deepfaked a CFO and got them to send them $25 million, and they still haven't been caught. We need to start having conversations with our family about safe words or phrases to recognize each other, because now people can clone you with an image and 15 seconds of your voice.
Okay, this is going to be an awareness video. Last night, my family was a victim of the AI scam going on. If you're unsure of what that is, basically these people are manipulating your voice, taking your voice from, it could be phone calls you've made, it could be like this video, and then they create what they want your voice to say. So at 2:26 in the morning, my mom got a call from an unknown number. And of course she answered it because she's like, something's wrong, it's 2:30 a.m. And when she answers the phone, it's me, my voice, screaming hysterically and crying. She's like, what's wrong? What is it? Tell me, like, what's going on? And I just keep screaming at somebody, please don't hurt me. Please, why are you doing this to me? Screaming. She said I was screaming so loud she could barely keep it to her ear. And it was my voice.
It's a new scam going on. Now, let me put y'all on before somebody gets scammed, okay? Somebody will send you a package to your house. You don't know where it came from. It will be a free gift. It might be cologne, it might be shoes, it might be a PS5. You never know. It might be car parts, okay? But it's free. And in the box will be the gift. And then it would also be a card, okay? A business card. And it will have a QR code on it with instructions. And it will tell you to scan the QR code, okay? When you scan that QR code, you're done. Your info is stolen. That's the whole point. Because people like free things. And the scammers know people like free things, so they send you a free gift so you can scan this QR code thinking you about to get a you welcome letter, and you just gave your info away. Don't get scammed, man.
Please stop what you're doing. Listen, please, 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 please. The scariest scam just happened to us. I'm still very shaken. It didn't even happen to me. Please send this to your parents. If you have older parents, if you have older grandparents, please send this to them or let them know that this is happening, okay? So about half an hour ago, my husband got a call from my phone number. It had my picture, it had my name, everything about it. It was my number. It was like a regular call. He didn't even think anything of it, answered the phone. On the other line was a guy saying he was holding me hostage and was going to shoot me if my husband did not transfer him money through Zelle. My husband immediately started texting our good friend that's in the FBI, and that guy instructed him to keep the guy on the phone and try to have that guy put me on the phone. Like, if he really had me, put me on the phone. So Josh my husband, is keeping him on the phone, trying to tell him to put me on the phone. In the meantime, he's also tracking my phone. Well, I happen to be at the hospital because my son had a doctor's appointment. So our FBI friend leaves work and is headed to me to make sure everything's okay. Josh was able to drag this phone call out for 5 minutes. And in the meantime, this guy is asking for, he's getting hostile and he's asking for the money via Zelle. My husband's like, I don't know what Zelle is. Do you have Venmo? Because he's just like trying to prolong the conversation. He's like, I really need to talk to her. I need to make sure she's okay. After about 5 minutes of this, he still wouldn't put me on the phone, obviously, because I wasn't there. So Josh, my husband, hung up and called me right back, and I answered, and he was like, freaking out, right? Anyways, the scariest part of all this is that they call from your number and they knew everybody's names. So please spread the word that this is a new scam, because it is very realistic. It is very terrifying. And I know that a lot of people would just give them account numbers to get their loved ones back. Gosh, just spread the word, please. Hopefully, if we spread it far and wide, we can squash this and it will stop being a thing.
There's a new chain, a new string of spam callers going around. You're going to want to know about it. First of all, this spam person called me at my office on my office phone. I was sitting at my desk and I thought that it was a client calling me, and they first started off by asking for my name, which isn't weird because a lot of my clients call and ask me for my name, but they called and asked me for my name and said, this is the da-da-da-da sheriff's department calling because you've missed jury duty, and because you've missed jury duty, they basically said that we're going to come to your house and arrest you and you're going to be detained for 7 to 10 days. And the guy said that if I was able to prove my identity with a social security number, a signature, and like a credit card, then I would be free, or there would be like a fee or something like that. All I'm saying is, do not talk to these people. Do not give them your information.
There's a new scam going around, and I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but it just happened to me a couple weeks ago. So essentially, if you use Uber or Lyft, this applies to you. Most people do, but essentially, if you're using either of the apps and you request like an Uber Xer, meaning that you're riding by yourself, not rideshare, I mean like you're by yourself. And essentially, you will get picked up. It, I guess, typically happens in like the late evenings and especially on weekends. And the scam, or like the danger risk, is that there is someone who is either posed as a friend or a partner of the driver who is sitting in the passenger seat. Now, for most of these scenarios, they're mostly men. So I was coming out of a restaurant and I saw that there was someone in the passenger seat. I saw that they were in an Uber and they were waiting for me. And I immediately kept walking. I was like, I am not dealing with this, but please be careful.
I started getting notifications on my Gmail. Not just any notification, it was a notification that somebody was logging into my account. Now, my brother, he knows my password, so I didn't think much of it. I was just like, alright, well, my brother's probably logging in, so I just went about life. But then something weird happened. On Spotify, I'd be listening to songs, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my song would just change, and somebody was changing the song. It was extremely annoying. Like, it was basically remote control of my Spotify. And I was like, well, that's kind of weird. So I went on my Spotify account. My plan was $5 a month, Spotify student. I log on and it says Spotify Premium Family. I go, I don't use Spotify Premium Family. And worse, it was charging me $15 a month, which I couldn't afford. I barely make any money, so I was always wondering where the money in my bank account went. So I click on Manage Family Account. And my family is full of people I don't know. That is not my address.
So I get messages like this multiple times a week, at least 2 or 3 times a week. And they're always scams. Here's proof. So I have my AI vetting tool that I use, and check it out. It gives me a rundown of the business, and so this is a legit business, actually, but this is a scammer using the legit business for, nefarious reasons, trying to get your information and probably steal your identity and maybe more. So if it's too good to be true, it probably is, unfortunately. Hate to be a cynic all the time, but, just got to look out for yourself. Do a little research before responding to anything like this.
$40 came in. I just don't know who it's from. I don't know who it's from. I didn't want to be like,
if they sent you money and you received it, there's no way for them to get that back unless you sent it to them. A common scam that we see here is that someone will send you money, say it was accidental, and then ask for the money back. And then that is how the scam operates. Is then you're sending them the money, and whatever they sent you, was fraudulent in some way, and now you're out the money instead of them. Because they never had it to begin with.
Oh my God.
I fell hook, line and sinker for it. Who wouldn't believe that the number on the back of your bank card was a genuine number? Good afternoon. There was a very plausible lady at the other end of the phone We explained that someone had been trying to break into my bank account. We said, where are you phoning from? And try the number on the back of your Bank of Scotland card. So I put the phone down and I tried the number on the Bank of Scotland card, and I got straight through to the same scammer. A feeling of perhaps uncleanness almost, and a feeling of betrayal, and obviously a severe loss of confidence in what was allegedly a foolproof system.
If you see this website, it is a scam. Do not buy from it. So the first week of December, I found these adorably adorable Grinch sweatshirts that I wanted to buy for me and my sister for Christmas. It was from a website that I found through Instagram. So as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get these. As soon as I made the order, there was no tracking number. I noticed that right away. And these were really expensive. As you can see, I paid over $70 for these. Lo and behold, they never came. So this particular company is called Zedlia, where they take other companies' clothes and brands and post them onto their own website, scamming people. I was so sad because these are such cute clothes. I mean, look. But if you see this, do not buy from this website. Don't.